welcome, man. Welcome back to the channel. A little switcheroo. All right, we're gonna switch it up a bit, but we still will remain in the auto industry. Okay, it may not be the auto repair industry, but it's the auto industry. In fact, this may just very well be parts of the repair industry. What I'm talking about is the electric car, the most known electric car out, the Tesla. Okay, I don't know if some of you know this, but 6 years ago they was hit with a lawsuit. There was this guy and a girl driving in the car, the autopilot mode, and something went extremely wrong. Okay, yes. Turned out there was a fatal accident. One of the occupants uh, died during the crash. Okay, and the family of the occupant sued. Okay, and a judge awarded them over 200 and some $1 million in damages. Okay, so here it is now. Tesla, some 6 years later, I guess they fight back. They don't want to pay. They claim it wasn't their fault. I got a piece of video right here I want to play, see if we can get to the bottom of this, and then I want to read some of it in on this article that's came up. In fact, so let's take a look at this video because I'm interested in knowing how they plan on. If you build a certain vehicle in the United States, it has to meet a couple of demands. One of the priority is safety. Okay, so if it's not safe, or that can be a fatal crash because of a safety item that's not put into place, yes, you should be responsible. But I want to listen to this article and see, hear a little bit more about it. In fact, all right, let's listen to this.
Friend, local 10 Samir Nefsi is live in Miami with the breakdown. Samir.
Yeah, and Louis and Nicole, this was a very emotional day for the family of the woman killed in that crash, as well as her boyfriend, who was left seriously injured nearly 6 years ago. This, as their attorney says, this fight isn't over just yet.
A historic verdict.
A federal jury finding Tesla placed a defective vehicle on the streets that led to the 2019 crash that killed a woman and injured her boyfriend.
They cannot use our public roadways as a laboratory to do a beta test.
In a Miami courtroom, the jury finding the auto company partially responsible. The lawsuit pointing the finger at Tesla's autopilot system on their 2019 Model S for not only preventing the crash, but deceptive marketing.
We can be proud that we stood up and that we did everything in our power.
Dylan Angulo and Nibel Benavides, who would die from her injuries, were standing near their SUV on Card Sound Road when a Tesla slammed into them. Behind the wheel, George McGee, said to have leaned over to grab his cell phone when the crash occurred. Lawyers for Tesla arguing McGee overrode the autopilot system by pressing the accelerator, casting blame on his speed and distraction.
Now, how would they know that? Data, guys. Remember, this is an electric car. Okay, there are things. Do y'all know? I'm in the auto repair industry, right? Do y'all know? Mechanics, technicians can get X to pull up. Y'all ever heard of the term co-pilot? Okay, a lot of the airbag systems are equipped with data recording co-pilot, just like a little black box on a plane or airplane. Okay, I've once had some law enforcement, okay, with some attorneys and all that, had me pull up some information out of the airbag system. What they wanted to see was, when was the brake applied, did the airbag employ blah blah this, blah blah that. A lot of that stuff is recorded on your car. Now, fast forward to today, it's way more advanced. So a lot of things are being recorded now. Okay, who knows what's going on in a Tesla Model car? Okay, a lot of things are being recorded. A lot of things are happening behind the scene that you have no idea about. So I don't know. This could become interesting because Tesla has ways to find out if you floored your car manually. Just say you're in autopilot mode and you all of a sudden press on the gas for whatever reason, and then the crash happened. They might have a case at this point. So I want to bag back just a little, get a little piece of this right quick.
Lawyers for Tesla arguing McGee overrode the autopilot system by pressing the accelerator, casting blame on his speed and distraction.
They made the choice to put an unfinished product on the road and people have been needlessly killed and lives have been needlessly altered.
Tesla found 33% responsible for the crash, more than $240 million in damages.
This is my sister's fingerprint, and we just to feel like she's closer.
The family members standing together in their fight for justice, planning to file a motion to unseal documents related to the case.
They show internally what Tesla knew.
Damn.
All right, and it should be noted McGee was found 67% responsible for that crash. Meanwhile, Tesla has released a statement calling the verdict wrong, announcing that they plan to appeal the jury's decision. You can read their full statement online at local.
Woo! Okay, this going, like I said, it's going to get fairly interesting to see how far they're willing to go to fight this. Nobody wants to pay $200-some million. All right, what's up? Be careful out there. I got hacked and lost all Gmail. Whoa! I thought they had a lot of preventive things in place to prevent that, guy. I'm sorry that happened to you. Yes, I most certainly will be careful. Can you do a video? Shoni, it's still dead, Shoni. Do a video on a Chrysler. What kind of video are you looking for, Shoni? So, guys, let's read a little bit of this article, and I'm gonna wrap this up. Carmaker Tesla has asked the federal court in Florida to throw out a verdict. Throw it out. They don't want to pay it. All right. They looked at some data and found out the driver had a lot to do with this. Lawyers for the victim had argued that Tesla autopilot driver assistance software contributed to the crash, failing to alert the driver of a Model S and activate the brakes. That's going to be hard to prove in court. Tesla blamed the driver for the crash and on Friday asked the court to overturn the verdict, order a new trial, or reduce the punitive damages. The firm was ordered to pay $243 million in damages. Now, somebody lost their life in this, guys. This is the thing about lawsuits, okay? When you realize that person ain't coming back, naturally you're going to go for whatever you can get out of the company, okay? You can't just buy somebody's life back. It's just a done deal. It's just a wrap. So for the most part, they trying to get out of it. I can't say that I blame them, especially after going back, reviewing the data. But all of this should have been presented at trial, man. $10 sub. Golly, man, I hate that for you, bro. I hope they can recover that stuff. Auto manufacturers do not insure the world against harms caused by reckless drivers, the company said. Damn, they must got a hell of a lawyer. That is a powerful statement right there. Okay. The jury heard all the facts and came to the right conclusion that this was a case of shared responsibility. But that does not discount the integral role autopilot and the company's misrepresentation of its capabilities played in the crash. All right. So, yeah, they want to get paid. I don't blame them. All right. Leon, 22, was killed when she was struck by a McGee Model S, and her boyfriend Dylan suffered a lifelong industry. Yeah, that's the sad part about a car accident. Somebody actually getting hurt. Okay. But like I say, money always come up afterwards because somebody want to get compensated. Right. But it's a shame. All right. What time in the dealership open every day? Oh, they open by 7 o'clock, Shoni. 7, 8 o'clock. I'm not there at 10 though. So guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. I just wanted to get that off my chest, man. I hope they come to a conclusion. $243 million is a lot of money. That's not gonna bring anyone's life back. However, the grieving family should be compensated. So we'll see how this play out, man. That's all I have. I gotta go. Thanks for watching.